Okay, I guess we are live now. Okay, so yes, we will be starting very soon. So those who are joining on YouTube live, if you can quickly confirm, am I audible properly and can you see me as well? Yes. Let me also check mic and camera. Yeah, all set. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We will be starting our Q&A session very soon. So in the meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to post. I will be taking the questions one by one and we'll have a quick discussion. I know it's Friday evening. Most of the people are not active, but let's see how many people joins. We'll still continue with our discussion. You can see someone from LinkedIn user. Hi, I don't know your name, but hello from my side. Okay, I can see people are joining now. Hi Vivek. Hi Vishek. Hi Ashish. Hi Kamlesh. And now I can see some question also popping up. Okay, so let's start with the first question. First question is from Rajesh Yadav. How is the job market for Playwright? So, Brijesh, not only for Playwright, I can see the December was not the good time, but I can see a lot of job openings from January itself, and many of my students have got multiple offers. So, if you're looking for a job change, it's a high time, and you will see a lot of openings, not only for Playwright, but for multiple roles for multiple skills. Now, there are a couple of profiles which I have seen, which is only for Playwright test engineers, but most of the roles are still Selenium and Playwright, Java and JavaScript. So don't only target Playwright. If you know Selenium, please do consider Selenium. So it's a mixed role nowadays. 80% I can see Selenium and 20% for Playwright. But if you don't even mention Playwright in your resume, you cannot even get a call. So I would recommend include both, but market is good. Okay, so one from Shiva. What are the .NET automation testers? Challenging question. I can manage Selenium and Java in interviews. How to prepare for .NET tester? See, Shiva, I'm not the right guy for .NET. I worked only for a few months and I recorded around 10 videos on my YouTube long back in 2016. I would recommend watch executeautomation.com by Karthik. He have more than 100 videos on .NET, basically C Sharp, and he also have covered multiple interview questions. But understand one thing: what are the challenges we get in automation? That challenges will remain same whether you're using Java or C Sharp. So don't stick to one tool or one language. The generic challenges will remain same. Some syntax wise, you might get a different questions, but more or less it will be same. Hi Ashish, Stylist Yusuf, Kowal Talkish. Okay. One question from Ibrahim. How will be the job market for Playwright TypeScript? So, Ibrahim, this is what Brijesh was asking. Market is good, but it's Selenium and Playwright. Now, whether you use JavaScript or TypeScript. So, basically, TypeScript is the superset of JavaScript. So, whether you say JavaScript, TypeScript, I will recommend learn both, but market is good. Recently, few openings are especially for Playwright test engineers, JavaScript/TypeScript. So, good market. If you need stability, consider Selenium. But if you are looking for the future growth, Playwright is a good choice. Hi Silva. Hi Suraj. This we already discussed. Okay, when Sanjay was already having selectors hub, why Naveen created a new tool? So Abhishek, I would recommend explore both the tools because you should be explorative enough. Just like we have Selenium, then we have Playwright. Playwright have its own features, Playwright have its own limitations. In the same way, both the tools are good. I have used both. I personally use both. So your main target or main goal should be getting the right locator. Your script should be stable. You can go at with both the tools, but you explore, do the experiment, but eventually both will give you stable locators. If I say total 6 years of experience and Selenium having 1 year experience and now learning Playwright, is it good to mention in the resume? Ashish, I would recommend if you are showcasing 6+, you keep 3 into manual. Last 3 years you show in automation. So fourth and fifth year you can show in Selenium. Last 1 year in Playwright, because Playwright exploded in the last 2-3 years, right? If you mention like more, then it will look little fishy. So overall 6, 3 into manual, and the last 3 years manual plus automation. Fourth, fifth keeps for Selenium, and last 1 year you can say for the new projects you are using Playwright, and for existing project for existing script you're still using Selenium. That's how you can frame it. What would you recommend as the top 3 NLP based AI tools for future ready perspective? See, nothing is called future ready, but yes, I can see a lot of tools coming in the space. Recently, I recorded more than 15 videos on test trigger. I can see good edge, and I started working on test trigger from 2023. So quite stable. A lot of new features has been added. So pick at least test trigger from that category, and then you can also explore other tools. But test trigger I would recommend at this moment. Hi, Monica. Thanks for joining. Ashish Jha says, I have Java with Selenium along with rest assured knowledge and total experience. I have 5 and doing automation from last 6 months. Can you please suggest my forward path? Okay, so see, when you just say Selenium, Selenium is not enough. Okay, you need to understand the complete stack. You need to understand the complete infrastructure as well. So only Java Selenium is like 10% or I would say 20%. But you need to get comfortable with TestNG. You should be comfortable with how to build a framework from the scratch. You should also understand how to create the Maven build, how to create your, uh, before you jump into pipeline, you should be comfortable with Git and GitHub. What should be your Git branching strategies? And once your code is on GitHub, how you can trigger using Jenkins or GitHub Actions or TeamCity, any CI/CD tool. And this should be on the cloud. So this is one complete stack you need to learn. Only programming language and one tool will not be sufficient. Same thing I would recommend for rest assured. So rest assured, again, only rest assured will not help. You need to also understand Lombok, how we can do serialization, deserializations, marshalling, unmarshalling. Plus, you also have to understand how to build framework using rest assured. Then again, GitHub, Jenkins, this process will remain same. Plus, if you are going through Selenium or Playwright, also understand how you can deploy this on cloud, how you can deploy Jenkins on cloud, how you can maintain your grid on the cloud. Because when you go for 6+ experience, the expectation will be little high because market is too competitive. If we just go with basics, it will not be enough. So cover the complete stack, complete first from Selenium side, then rest assured. Then I would highly recommend please keep a watch on Playwright. Target for the next 3 to 4 months that you will be learning Playwright, because Playwright is also coming with a lot of enhancement and a lot of capabilities. And last year also they have released 3 AI agents. So also explore how this agentic AI is getting evolved with automation tools. Okay, I have 12 years experience. What is the role? My profile is automation testing, end-to-end test strategy for projects, implement and handle QA delivery. What is the path forward for an AIH for testing? So Vivek, now if you are done with the automation part, if you think that you have explored all the areas, web API, mobile, BTD, and you have tried multiple tools, then I would recommend uh, that is the new thing which I'm seeing from last year and this year also, AI in test automation or AI in QA. So here you can come up with different approaches that how you can implement in AI in every stage of your SDLC. Okay, right from planning till the production, at which stage you can implement AI. Second part, you can explore that how you can build your own AI agents. It's very easy. There are a couple of frameworks in the market which is available. You can build a small agent or multi-agentic system. I will give you certain tools. You please make a note. Maybe you can explore after this live session. So you can start with LangChain, LangGraph, Langsmith. That will help you to build AI agents, and you can club this with UI library like Gradio and Streamlit. And if you want to explore multi-agentic applications, then one by Microsoft AutoGen and Crew AI. So if you have small agents and you want to build multi-agentic system, AutoGen or Crew AI. So this is one area that you can explore for the next 3 to 4 months. That will give you enough clarity that how you can build the AI agents, or you can go with some paid, tools which already provide this. But this is something which you should explore, which will help you in your team, in your organization as well. And you can basically control. You will have the full flexibility how you want to customize and monitor accordingly. So that is something I would recommend for the next 3 months. And once you're done with this, then I would recommend please start exploring the RAG, which is the vector database for AI. You can go with ChromaDB and Pinecore, where you can store your knowledge base. At the last, you can keep MCP server, understand how existing LLM can connect to multiple MCP servers and can give you the better results. So I know a lot of keywords I have mentioned, but take a pause after this live session, start exploring these libraries. You'll find plenty of courses and YouTube videos on the same topic. Some motivate tech. Okay. Hi, Mukesh. I'm Mukesh, not Mukesh, but yeah, good evening. Ritesh says, hi, Mukesh. How is the build kit SCI/CD we are using in the current project? And also, do you have any recordings? Ritesh, I don't have experience on build kit. I worked on GitHub Actions, TeamCity, initial time, Bamboo, Jenkins, but build kit is something that I need to explore. And currently, I don't have recording, but I will take it as a one of the playlist. And guys, before we start further questions, there's a quick announcement. Uh, those who are looking for meetups, there's so many meetups which is coming. 1 second. So this is one meetup which is happening on 30th of January. This is hosted by Mulya. I'm one of the panelists. So this will be around 6 p.m. You need to register. This is an invite only. Once you register, if you get an invite, so 30th of January, we will be discussing about AI in test automation, how you can leverage AI in different ways. Along with me, we also have so many panelists. So if you want to catch up, let's catch up on 30th of January. Next meetup, which is happening by Sanjay with Selectors Hub, it is on 31st January. It is in Noida. So if you're in NCR region, please do attend. Very interesting meetup and a lot of insight you will get. And it is collaborated with TestMu. And third one, which is by Naveen Automation Labs, it is happening in Sri Lanka. And it will happen on 22nd of April. Still, you have 3 months. But yeah, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. full day. I had multiple meetups with Naveen. Very interesting sessions. Lot of insights you will get. Plus, you can also see live coding and interactive sessions. So if you're in Sri Lanka, do attend NCR, Sanjay. And if you're in Bangalore, AI in test automation by Mulya. I will be sharing all the details in the description of this video after the live. You can register and take participation. Ranjit says, hi Mukesh, I have 11 years of experience in Java Selenium, but nowadays I see more of Playwright jobs. So should I learn Playwright now? Definitely, Ranjit, without a second thought. See, you need to also adopt, Ranjit, as per the market demands, market needs, and market is so dynamic that you might be learning a new tool in 2027. So if you already know Selenium and you have 11 plus experience, for you, Playwright learning will not take much time. It is advanced version, better, I will say, reporting, better auto weights. So for you, it will hardly take 1 month or 2 months. Don't wait for 2027 or maybe end of 6. Target February, March. 2 months will be more than enough if you already know Java or Selenium. Sorry, Java and Selenium. I have already started one batch 2 weeks back. I started on 12th of January. So if you're interested, you can join my existing batch or you can join my next batch, which will start most probably in May. But without a second thought, either you start my YouTube channel, take some Udemy courses or take any training, but it's high time. You cannot survive with one tool, one programming. You need both. Kamlesh says, "Do I need to learn JavaScript if I'm looking for to learn Playwright with TypeScript?" So Kamlesh, here's a knowledge gap. Both are belonging to one category. JavaScript is the subset of TypeScript, or you can say TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So when you learn JavaScript with slighter changes, you can learn TypeScript. Or if you already know a TypeScript with a small variation, you can learn JavaScript. So hardly it will take 3 to 4 extra sessions, and you can cover both because they both belongs to one family. Hi, sir. I have got a job as associate Q engineer for manual tester. First of all, congratulations, Bihari boy in Hyderabad. Okay, whatever your name is, guys, always join with your real name so that we can connect in a better way. The question says it is startup company and they are saying that I have to execute daily 70 test cases for a fresher. Is it good? So again, Bihari boy, so once you get into the job, you don't have options. Okay, you try to give your best. 70 test cases executing daily can be done if environment is stable, application is stable, you have the test data ready. It can be done if it is a small scenarios. But let's say you have end-to-end scenarios and completely manual, then it's little impractical personally. But whenever you have this kind of impractical timelines, please discuss with the team or your manager or at least your team lead. I'm assuming this is a startup. You might not have a multiple team members, but you have to tell them the reasons why it cannot be done. You cannot blindly say it will not be done. Show them the estimate, show them the uh, proper that one test is taking so much of time. So in 8 hours, or let's say if you're even extending, it should uh, like come up with a number that it can be done on like 20 to 30 test cases. But if it is very small scenarios, 70 can be done. But again, please do this calculation and go with the data. Without data, if you go again, you will come up with another deadlines. So always showcase the data, tell them the real pain points, tell them the real challenges. If you want to really do it, you can go with AI. There are a lot of AI tools. The moment you just enter your test cases, it can create automation test, it can execute on different browser, it can execute on multiple platforms. So if you have such tough deadlines, consider this test trigger, which is another AI tool which can do multiple tests in single day. But for manual, it's looking little impractical. Nancy says, "Hi Mukesh, can you please guide us what kind of generative AI interview questions QA professionals should prepare for?" See, Nancy, again, generative AI interview questions can be little broad, but the first thing that you should learn immediately is the prompt engineering. That before you jump into AI, if you don't know how to talk to LLM, if you don't know how to communicate to LLM, uh, then you will not get the desired result. So first topic should be for you is prompt engineering. Then the second thing would be understand the LLM models, large language model, small language models, medium language models, different categories, which LLM tool is best for your application. I don't want to go into the traditional way of learning where you will understand machine learning, NLP, different algorithms. No, you have to go with a standard route nowadays where nobody is expecting that you should know everything, how to build LLM system. No, generative AI says how you can use generative AI for manual testing, for automation, and how you can achieve the task. So start with prompt engineering, go with LLM models, then start exploring how you can use their APIs to build your own agents. And if you want to go with low code, no code, you can go with OpenAI Agent Builder, where you can create your agents without writing a single line of code. It's just drag and drop. Or you can go with N10, where you can again drag and drop and you can build your AI agents without writing a single line of code. You can go with make.com as well. But understand first of all how AI agent works, the difference between traditional AI versus generative AI versus agentic AI. Once you understand these terms, then you start exploring the different framework which is available in the market to build your AI agents or use existing tools. So in that category, LangGraph, LangChain, LangSmith. For multi-agent system, Crew AI, Autogen. And for RAG models, ChromaDB and Pinecore. And the last option would be MCP. So once you go through this, you don't have to prepare interview questions because you already have gone through a lot. So question will be revolving around these topics. But I will make a note that if possible, we'll have a dedicated series on generative AI based interview questions. Hi Nilesh, hi Preeti. So one question from third person. I'm giving interviews for SDET position, Selenium, Rest Assured, JMeter. I want to go with new tool, Playwright or APM. See, what if I say both? But in terms of priority wise, start with Playwright. You can keep APM at the last. I will not say skip it, but in terms of priority, keep it on the second place. First, go with Playwright. Shiva says, I'm a manual tester desperately looking for opportunity on automation. Which automation tool among these Selenium, Playwright, Cypress is having demand in 2026? Shiva, I will not recommend Cypress. According to you, the best thing will be Selenium and Playwright. And if you're completely new, I would recommend start with Selenium and then slowly move to Playwright. Cypress will not be the perfect fit for you at this moment. This we just now discussed, which is the recommended Playwright or Cypress. Go with Playwright. This also just now I discussed, Atul. I guess you might have to go through the previous question. What are the market expectation for QA in terms of AI and agentic AI? What are the high demanding skills? So Atul, just now we discussed about Nancy question and one more. So I discussed about all the frameworks. So make a note of these frameworks, explore these tools. And if you need a dedicated playlist, let me know. I can come up with a fresh series on agentic AI. Pankaj Singh says Playwright is best with which language, JavaScript or Python or Java or C Sharp. See, Pankaj, again, this is the same question which people are asking for Selenium too, right? Selenium also supports 5 languages: Selenium, C Sharp, Java, JavaScript, Python. In the same way, Playwright also supports multiple languages. So which one you should go for? Now, it totally depends on your goal. For example, if you're just looking, you want to explore Playwright, you want to see the different features, capability it provides, go with the language which you are comfortable. For example, you have learned Selenium with Java. Now you want to explore Playwright. You don't want to learn a new language. You can start Playwright with Java. But personal recommendation, since the core language where Playwright is built is JavaScript and TypeScript. So if you start with this, you will get more features. Everything is built in. You don't have to write much code. So if you're looking for a job change and you want to also learn parallelly, go with Playwright with JavaScript. One question from best movie, very important. I'm a manual tester with 5.9 year of experience, but not getting a job for the same. See, first of all, manual tester with around 6 years of experience. Uh, First of all, I will say no jobs for manual testers. You need to add automation testing and not only Playwright with AI. It's Selenium, Postman, Rest Assured, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, whatever it falls into a pipeline. You need to learn. Just by learning AI, you will not get multiple offers or multiple calls. No. So what I would recommend for you at this moment, take out some time, go through the LinkedIn, go through multiple job portals, and see what kind of posting you see, understand a pattern, make a list what is missing in your profile, learn that from YouTube, Udemy, or take a course. But make sure you have to survive in market. In that case, you have to learn all of these skills. 6 years is not much. You can still get a good offer. But let's say if you continue with the same journey and you will have 8 plus 9 plus soon, and if you're still stuck at manual testing, it will be a red flag. So it's a wake up time. Uh, Maybe you have to stretch a little bit for the next 6 months, but trust me, it will be giving you high ROI if you just spend 6 months on your upskilling. Only Playwright with AI will not help. You need to learn everything. How much time it will take to get 1 or 2 years of experience interview ready? If I give 4 to 5 hours daily, my last working week is next week. See, this looks very unrealistic number. Frankly speaking, people generally don't spend 4 to 5 hours. But Let me give you, since you are giving me hours, if you spend around 80 to 90 hours, okay, you can learn Selenium stack. When I say Selenium stack, Java, Selenium, TestNG, Maven, everything. So I'm assuming the best case you spend 4 hours every single day, you can cover in 20 days. That is only learning. You might take some extra time, or let's say another 100 or 200 hours for practice, for going through interview questions, going through logic building sessions. Same thing you will repeat for Playwright. So if you can spend 4 to 5 hours every single day, it can be done in 2 to 3 months. Then start giving interviews and understand where exactly you're failing, get the feedback, do retrospective, again attend next interview. If you come to this stage that no, Mukesh, I will only attend interviews once I'm comfortable, once I'm having enough knowledge, trust me, that phase will never come. So start giving interview as soon as possible so that you can get early feedback, you can enhance. There will be few areas where you will be little weak. So in that area, we might pay some extra attention or extra effort, but start as soon as possible. Your last working week is next week anyways. You have nothing to lose. So give your best shot and let me know if you need help. Where will I get the full course? Which one is good? Which one is good is totally depends on you. I will say my course is good, but you can go with any tutorial. Sorry, any tutor. Make sure it is fitting as per your style, as per your comfort. The timing should match, the vibe should match, the syllabus should match. So if you want to start, last week I started my Playwright batch, and from 3rd of March 2026, I'm starting with my Selenium batch. So if you're looking for a Selenium, 3rd March. But if you want to join my existing Playwright batch, you're most welcome. You can attend few sessions as the trial sessions, and if you're comfortable, you make the payment and continue. Sagar says, I have 3 years of experience in QA manual and I left my job. Now I feel blank how to prepare for interviews. See, first of all, Sagar, I generally don't recommend that until you don't have offer, leave the current job. But let's say you already left. When it comes to preparation, the two approach, the modern approach is just go through the interview questions, start giving interviews. You might be lucky, you will clear the interviews. But if you go in a traditional approach where you learn, implement, then give interviews, that will be the ideal case. You will sound more confident because you know the subject. But let's say if you want to go in a little fast track manner, in that case your luck chances has to increase. Let's you go through 300 interview questions and they ask you the same questions, you might crack. But for 3 years experience, it's not that tough. If you spend 1 month going through interview questions, you can also clear. But the right path would be learn, implement, then give interviews. If you're looking for a PDFs, I have a recorded course. I have also PDF course where I have covered almost every single question. You can do consider, and let me know if you need any additional help. Sharvari, hi Sharvari. Anything for Pune? Sharvari, I might be coming to Pune in June. So I'm planning for a small workshop or a conference. So mostly June or July. I will keep you posted. How's the job security in QA? See, Ganesh, job security is a very subjective. No job is secured, right? Not even developer jobs, QA jobs, DevOps jobs. Whenever it comes to companies cost cutting, they can do whatever steps they need to take. So what you can do, whatever in your control, is keep upscaling yourself. Make sure you are updated as per the market standard. Make enough connections. Have your backup ready. Keep your emergency fund ready. That in case something goes wrong, you should not be in a panic situation. But nothing is secure. Even my see, I teach on YouTube and my courses, right? Now, because of AI, I can also consider that my job is insecure, not secure. It can be, right? Because the AI is going very fast and it's changing every single field. Even my job is not secure. So we just need to upgrade, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, make a backup ready, and make sure you are not outdated. You should be updated as per the market trend. Vivek says, hi. Hi, Vivek. Good to see you in the live. Happy to be here. How are you doing? I'm doing good. So, Vivek, I know you're in Delhi, so do consider Selectors Hub meetup this weekend. Sorry, next weekend. Ranji says, hi, Mukesh. You have answered one of my question about learning of Playwright. I will surely take up your recommendation, but don't know JavaScript. So before that I need to learn JavaScript. Yes, Ranjit. JavaScript or TypeScript. I have multiple videos on JavaScript. You will also find many other tutorials on JavaScript. It will not take much time. Uh, so every programming, Ranjit, will start with data types, variable, loops, conditional statements, arrays, strings, file handling, then your OOPS concept, right, and dynamic data structure. So this is the overall topic. So you might see a little bit of syntax, some behavior changes in JavaScript. You will find synchronous, asynchronous promises. Now, apart from this, most of the things are same. So it will not take much time. Akshay says, are you providing the new recording of the new batch if I take recorded video of any tool like Python or Playwright? Yes. So Akshay, you can, once you enroll, you will get the current batch access. Plus, you can also get the previous batch recordings. So if you want to go in a fast track batch, you will get the previous batch. And new batch you can attend live Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Meditation music 38. Hello, sir. If someone knows Selenium, Playwright, rest assured JMeter, then how much salary he or she can expect with these skills? Can he able to survive for next 4 years? See, I'm assuming that you're saying correct. I'm assuming that whatever you mentioned is correct. So these are the current skills, and most of the companies are looking for these roles. What is missing right now in your profile is BDD framework, little bit of cloud, generative AI tools. If you do consider them and add in your resume, uh, I'm not saying survival, but this is what is needed at this moment. So coming back to survival, these skills can survive you for the next 4 to 5 years for sure. Assuming the new tools, if they're coming, maybe new libraries are coming, or uh, some new keywords are coming which we might have to learn, we will learn in 2027. You have to adopt, you have to be little dynamic. So if you are with that mindset that you're ready to adopt, you can survive for the whole time. Do you think it's aspirational category? Sorry, Vivek, I did not get your question properly. Maybe I missed your previous question. She says, hi Mukesh, is it possible to build an agentic AI system to run the regression test suite that contains 150K test cases? Yes, it can be done, Sri. Uh, Understand, the moment you increase the number of token, the cost will increase. What I would recommend, you start with a small POC, build a system, and then scale gradually. Immediately, if you go to 150K test cases, assuming you have such big test suite, it can be done, but it comes at a cost. If you're using LLM model, API have a huge cost. Okay, so do consider that cost, do experiment, do a POC, showcase, and then you keep increasing the count. Because the moment you scale, the infra cost also will increase. Because the moment you go for bigger LLM models, let's say 240 billion parameters, you need minimum 3, 4, if I'm not wrong, 243 GB. And obviously the token prices. So it can be done, but do consider infra and the token cost. Can you please tell me, I'm working on automation tester. Do you ever feel that we need to hardcore tree graph recursion and this loot code things? See, usual, yesterday I was talking to one of my student and she was asking the same, that do we need to learn all of this programming languages or these lead code, hacker and code chef programs? See, usual, practically you might not implement, okay, but companies have created this filter so that they can only get the good candidates, cream candidate, because multiple for one single opening they're getting hundreds of resume or 200 resume. Now it's practically impossible to take 200 interviews just for one profile. So generally they create a filter. They will give you one assessment, they will give you one live test, or they might ask you some DSA related questions. If you are able to solve even 50%, they might consider. But this is generally the filtration round. The next round, they might not ask you DSA, but if you're attending, let's say, FANG-based companies, MANG-based companies, and very good product-based companies, DSA is mandatory, not for real time maybe, but for filtration is yes. So if you're targeting very good companies, do consider this. Otherwise, you might have to settle with mediocre level companies. Please suggest the tools to learn and crack the interviews for 3 years of experience QA in Malvern, and what kind of interview questions I can expect for these tools. So this we have discussed, Sagar. Uh, our dedicated PDFs, recorded course, or my lot of YouTube videos on interview series. You can refer my YouTube videos. There's a huge list. Practically, I will not be able to tell in live, but there's a list available. Bhargav says, "Hi Mukesh, hope you're doing good. I'm working with NVIDIA, very good, and AMD GPU with Dell XC server as a server validation engineer, but only in the performance side. Any sites uh, could you give to attend interviews?" See, for performance, Bhargav, uh, first you need to get comfortable with performance engineering, and then you can go with the performance tools. So most of the questions which they will be asking you related to performance is not from the tool side, because we have multiple tools for performance, right? Neoload, JMeter, K6, Gatling. So I will not recommend you to get into the tool specific. Focus more on the matrices, benchmark, throttling, basically performance engineering. Then you learn more about optimizations, and then go to a specific tool that you must be using. So these are the insight I can give you at this moment. But once you go through these topics, 90% questions will be coming from the same. Generally, they will not be asking many questions related to tools, because uh, the other topics are more important. Anand says, select test cases from your pipeline as a checkbox. Execute all the test cases without selecting any test case. How to satisfy this based on the faster test execution? Sorry, Anand, I'm not able to understand. Let me repeat again. Select test cases from your pipeline as a checkbox input, or execute all the test cases without selecting any test cases. How to satisfy this based on the fast test execution? Maybe Anand, you might have to reframe your questions. Not able to understand. A cursor plus Playwright with MCP plus GitHub Copilot is good combo for future proofing, as I already good with core things. So Hitesh, see, cursor and GitHub Copilot, these are not doing something drastically. Either go with GitHub Copilot or cursor or Windsurf or Codium. Basically, they all are coding assistant. So instead of learning all coding assistants, stick to one. Playwright with MCP, yes, it is getting mature day by day. We can expect new releases also in Playwright in 2026. Last year also they have given a new enhancement. Initially we had only one agent, now we have three agents: AI planner, then executor, and healer. So again, the future proofing is very subjective, but yes, if you do consider this, uh, it shows that your profile is updated. LinkedIn user, hello Mukesh, greeting, hello. Okay, so I guess Vivek have formatted the question. Mukesh, do you think it's aspirational and not feasible enough to apply agentic AI to all the entry exit criteria across all the still surfaces from requirement to apply? Please give your 2 cents. See, Vivek, it's not me, it's the what is expected, that the AI should not be limited only in the development phase or in the testing phase or in the deployment phase. Right from requirement, see, you cannot use only AI for certain things. You can use for uh, better requirement gathering, right? Uh, Writing better test cases, writing better code, writing better coverage, executing in a better way, re-optimizing your framework, re-optimizing your pipeline, how you can reduce the infrastructure cost. See, AI can give you multiple insight at different levels, and this is how companies are planning. I'm still not sure how practical it is, but they want to leverage AI in every phase. It might start with 20%, might go to 40%, but it can be done in every phase if you use properly with the right tool. So that's my input, and this is what I have seen. But still, companies will take some time. Avinash says, I have 10 years of experience. I have Playwright, MCP, and RAG using what possible AI in market. Give enterprise level solution. What shall I do? So Avinash, I will say these tools are good to start. So uh, if you want to get into AI completely, then I would recommend start exploring the different frameworks for AI. uh, Single agentic system, multi-agentic system, so LangGraph, LangChain, LangSmith, AutoGen, Crew AI, that you can combine with your RAG and along with MCP server. These are the bare minimum which I have seen people are expecting. Now, another side which I have seen most of the openings, that they need someone who can evaluate the LLMs, right? Because what I've seen now, LLM became a base layer for most of the applications which is getting developed now. So they also need someone who can test the LLM. So again, we have a different framework here, which is which can evaluate the LLMs. So we have Ragas, Deep Eval, Langfu. So basically, Llama Index. So using these framework, you can also evaluate LLM. So that is one side that you should explore. Senior with experience but fear of new challenge, interview facing. What are the points to overcome fear? Right. See, Kaustav, this is okay. Let me give you psychological level. See, our this is our by default programming, that we always get scared of new things, new places, new challenges, right? So our brain is designed in such a manner, and our brain wants safety. So anything new comes, we try to ignore, or we take some time to get comfortable. So fight and flight response. But we have to come out of this, otherwise you might not be able to survive. So if you need a better hike, better company, you need better connections, you need to come out of the comfort zone. See, the max to max, what will happen, you might get rejected, you will come back. And please consider interviews as a selection process. When people have fear, it means they are going in a different mindset, that what if they ask this question, right? So interview is not a rejection round, it's a selection round. They're looking for the best candidate, they will be asking some questions, and you have to justify based on the past experience. So please don't take interviews as a rejection round, it's a selection round. Second mindset that you should adopt, that every interview is a feedback. Something goes wrong, no problem, don't take rejection personally. Come home, do retrospective, what went wrong, where I can improve, and what are the areas you have to focus. So for you, what I would recommend, attend 5 interviews without any doubt, just for experiment, that how you are performing, which areas you're missing, and work on these skills. If you need any help, reach out for the help. There's so many mentors available on the internet, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, or Udemy. But this fear, you have to come out. Everybody have this challenges, everybody have fear, but this is what will push you to the next step. So suppose if you want to explore a new places, you will have a little bit of fear, right? So that's a generic tendency, but come out of this as soon as possible. Pranjul Agrawal, QA future. See, Pranjul, I can see if your future is bright only if you keep adopting as per the market. Companies are still hiring for QAs. I can see a lot of openings for QA. Most of my students got multiple offers in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And the layoff that we saw in 2024 and 5, you will not see the drastic layoff in 2026, because most of the companies have realized that they need a human in the loop. They cannot rely completely on the AI. So a lot of things change, global economics change, because of that multiple layoffs happened in the last 2 years. But you might not see that kind of layoff in 2026. So calm, be stable, focus on the skill. Don't think of future, focus on the current scenario. Nobody knows future, including you and me. So don't think too much. Okay, so guys, we will be ending this YouTube live at 8 o'clock. So I will quickly go through a couple of questions. If it is short, I will give the short answers. If we already have covered that, you might have to go through the recordings. Drink 675. Hi, sir. For manual to test automation switch, 7 years of total experience in manual. What skills to cover? Selenium, Playwright, and Rest Assured, all three. Start with Selenium, then Rest Assured, then go with Playwright. You need to learn all. 7 years you have not upgraded. Now take 7 months to upgrade. Okay. If you do not upgrade, then you might have to compromise in terms of salary, in terms of company, in terms of extra time. But if you don't want to settle for less, it's time to wake up, extend your working hours, learn all of this, and take support if needed. Deepak says, "Hi Mukesh, everyone is HR recruiter is looking for automation expert with at least 5 years of experience. No one understands the effort put all the years as manual API in handling the team, which consume a lot of effort. Now it is expected you to know tons of automation tools, Playwright trending now, Cypress, XUIT, etc. And then they want you to expert and other areas really confusing." See, Deepak, okay, let me frame in a different way. See, HR recruiters, they generally get the JDs from the team. Okay. Their task is to find the right candidate, and it is expected that you should know. Now, becoming expertise will take some time, okay? But you should know ABC so that you can learn XYZ. If you're completely blank, if you're completely new to that tool, that's a red flag. So it's not something it is happening in 2026. Uh, when I got my first job in 2011, I did my first search in 2012. I did my third search in 2014. This was the same expectation. So expectation have not changed, but the way it has been portrayed is little different. Instead of learning a lot of things in one go, take baby steps, finish one tool, then go to the second, go to the third one. It generally does not take much time, 3 to 4 months it will take. But if you want to go in a little fast manner, you might have to increase the number of working hours. So their expectation is not bad. They got the requirement from the team. They're looking for someone who have worked on manual plus automation, and that's how the current situation is going on. I do understand your problem situation, but instead of fighting against the market, let's go with the market flow. That is what I would recommend. Sharwari says, any AI certification that supports QA role that you would suggest? Sharwari, frankly speaking, I have not seen much openings or JDs where they mentioned you should have a certification with AI. So at this moment, I might not recommend, because I have not seen personally. But if you have come across any JD where they need AI certification, you do consider. But please do the background check whether it's coming from the right source, valid authorities. Price should be justified, because with certifications, many authority can give you a certificate, but is it valid worldwide? Is it valid globally? That you need to cross check. This we already covered. Uh, okay, Sharad says, "Hello Mukesh, you told about that everything should be learned, but the thing is, how can adjust, because the company will change their perspective based on the project? Mentally should be prepared so that time. How can we do? Okay, let me repeat again. You told about everything should be learned, but the thing is, how can we adjust, because the company will change their perspective based on the project? Mentally should be prepared." Okay, see, Sarad, what I would recommend, uh, see, don't attach your identity with one tool. You will never say that I'm a Selenium test engineer, I'm a Playwright test engineer, you're automation test engineer. If the tool changes for you, 360-degree will not change, right? Your automation concepts will remain same, the way you perform the test will remain same, syntax will change, right? So instead of learning the complete automation, you might have to get comfortable with the new syntaxes. And thanks to AI, we are blessed that learning things becomes so easier. You can get code in a few seconds, right, using these AI tools. So adoption should be little faster, because we got the edge of AI. Use it properly. And again, sometimes we have to go along with the company's vision, because if you go with company vision and if you adopt little early, uh, like, you will be on the safer side. I have seen many people that don't go with company vision or alignment, and they might have to see some backfire. So what I would recommend, instead of taking as a challenge, please consider this an opportunity. In the last 15 years, I have learned multiple tools. It's not that I have to become expert, but I should be smart enough to understand what these tools offer, what I can implement, and how can I continue. So you are test engineer, irrespective a new tool is coming, your strategy, uh, your perspective, your experience will help. Okay. Markapuram Hari. Selenium versus Playwright, which is best now? See, it's not a fight, it's not a battle, Marker. Uh, Markapuram. See, Selenium have its own advantage, Playwright have its own advantage. Many companies, they still have a large test suite, which is still running on Selenium. Right? They cannot migrate overnight to Playwright. Plus, new companies, they want to start a new project, they're adopting Playwright for the new projects. So you need to learn both. If you know Selenium, start Playwright. If you don't know Playwright, start with Selenium. You need both, which is good, which is bad. Both have pros and cons. Selenium is like pioneer in the market. It is in the market from almost 20 years. Lots stable, lot of community support, new releases which is coming, right? Huge demand in terms of offers across the globe. Playwright has exploded 2 to 3 years. So learn both. Drink 67. Sir, really want to appreciate you. Your teaching and communication skills are so good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Means a lot to me. Hello, Mukesh. Do you have something to say on VBM? VBM, I will be exploring soon. Recently, I saw a new event is coming. I will be attending that event. I will see what if VBM offers, and if possible, I might approach the creator of VBM to have a podcast. But once I have some enough clarity, I did early trial. I ran a demo. Still waiting for more inputs. Once I get more inputs, I will come up with a video. Hello, Gaurav Khurana. Good to see you in the live from LinkedIn. Landed here. Great to see you live. Gaurav, we need your expertise here too. So next time you also join the live session. Can AI take software tester's job? How to prepare for this? Upskilling with market standard? What to learn to upskill? See again, for this I need your background. I'm not sure what current skill set you have, but directly jumping to AI will not help. Okay, AI without a knowledge is a poison. It's dangerous. You'll mm, make a lot of mistakes. But if you have knowledge, if you have the approach, and if you use with AI, it's a blessing. Otherwise, directly using AI tool without any knowledge will eat up your time like anything. So, just to get more clarity, I need your background so that I can suggest you. Hi Mukesh bhai, which tool can be used for uh, or supported for below scenario? I have third-party plugins which can be installed on premise, which are built using .NET framework. So whenever you have any third-party plugins or software that you have to install on premises, you can use Vinium. I know it's very old tool. It no upgrade from the last 7 years, but still it works. You can also go with WinApp driver by Microsoft. Works with the on-premise, especially for .NET applications. Start WinApp driver. Again, WinApp driver also have not many update from last 7 years, but it's still working. In case that is not working, you can go with auto auto IT hotkeys. Multiple tools are available. Okay, this question I guess Ashank is asking to Manoj. Okay, so let them talk. Sheikh Sheikh Hashi. Okay, sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name. The question is, good evening, sir. How is AI changing everyday work? See, it's changing drastically. Not only for QAs, even the real-time tasks we do every single day, right? Whether it's a consultation, chatting, sharing the sometimes your day, writing test cases, execution, even developers are writing DevOps. So in every area, you will see AI is getting adopted. As a content creator, I use a lot, right? Digital marketing guys, everyone is using AI according to their profession, according to their requirement. So instead of running away from AI, adopt AI, use smartly, use with judgment, and make sure you verify the result which is coming from AI, because AI is making mistake, and you should be smart enough to identify those gaps. Bridges tech stack must for SDET having 12 plus experience. So Bridges, I guess roughly we have covered, but we have only 5 minutes left. So maybe I will make a video on this. I'm looking for a good tutorial on this combination, but I did not find much tutorials on it. Can you please create tutorials on it so that I can learn quickly from you? Praveen, on it means, did you, like, are you looking for a specific tool? Let me know. Can AI debug code better than human? See, AI can do few things very faster. Now, suppose if you have a Jenkins job which is running, you got a 200 lines of console log. Now you can also debug, but if you feed this to LLM, it can give you the better results. Plus, it can tell you what went wrong. It can give you the suggestions. And if you go with the agent mode, it can also edit on your behalf. So this is the level of AI is getting implemented. But again, you should have that tools. Obviously, the pricing plan. Sorry, the tools adoption and the which plan you have, the number of agents that you can execute or the number of tasks that you can execute will be little limited. But in few cases, you need the human intelligence. So that's the reason we have a concept in AI called human in the loop, where it will give you the output, it will give you the suggestions. You need to be smart enough to take what to approve, what to reject. But yes, in few areas, AI is doing much better than human intelligence. Snail says, hello Mukesh. I took a risk, left my stable job in India due to family dependency. I had to move to UK, but due to visa requirement and challenging rules, not getting any calls. I'm planning to return back to India in May. How will I cover my career gaps in this situation? Please suggest. I have experience in both manual plus automation. See, Snehal, I have many students who have even 4+ experience of gap. Okay, 4 years of gap. Lot of issues. Sometimes because of family, sometimes because of health issues. Because the moment you have multiple things running, you might have a gap. Many people take sabbatical, so up to 3 to 4 is not an issue. You can simply say, I went to UK, there's some visa issue, I came back. Up to 4 years, no issue. I'm not sure how much gap you have, but according to what you mentioned, you have a good skill. So if you are planning for May, I would recommend from Feb itself, or maybe after this live, update your LinkedIn, upload your resume to different portals, and from Indian number you can start applying. Okay, see whether you're getting proper response or not, and then you might have to re-optimize your resume as per the Indian standard. Suppose you're in Pune, Delhi, Bangalore, so see the job market, see the job descriptions, and you will get a good calls. Market is coming back to the shape. That is the theme of this YouTube live. Only thing is you have to work on the skill. Rest everything you have, I guess you have a good experience, no doubt about it. So don't think much. Welcome back to India. And actually companies are looking for better profiles, so work on the skill, that's all. Ashank says, hi mate, joining your channel recently. Thank you so much, Ashank. Any advice for role in QA enabler? I work as a test environment manager. So Ashank, definitely I can give my inputs. Because of the time constraint, I might not cover this question today, uh, but we will definitely take this question because I just came for 1 hour live. But thank you so much for joining and see you soon. Do come to Delhi meetup. So Gaurav actually have event with Molly on 30th. So that's the reason not coming. But if you're joining, say hi to Sanjay, and those who are attending, guys, you might meet Gaurav Khurana, one of the influencer, one of my friend. So do attend Delhi meetup. You might get a chance to meet with Sanjay and Gaurav. Yes, this is next week. So whatever meetup I mentioned, I will give you in the link in the description of this YouTube live. Mine is 30th, Sanjay is 31st, and Naveen Automation Lab in Sri Lanka. Uh, date is 22nd of April. Okay, so a lot of questions which I could not answer, guys. So really sorry for that. I'm running out of time. Uh, soon I will come up with another live, and we will take next questions. Whatever questions I missed, I might create a video, or we might take in the next YouTube live. So now those who are looking for live batches, Playwright batches already started, 2 weeks done. If you can adopt, if you can cover the previous sessions, you're welcome for the Playwright batch. Next Selenium batch will start from 3rd of March. From the scratch, no automation background required, no coding required. We'll teach everything from the scratch. So those who are attending interviews, best of luck, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for attending the live session. Shushmita, how are you doing? Please keep this live session. Yeah, thank you so much, Shushmita. I will try my best. And this time I'm trying with a new setup, new background, better mic, better camera. So I hope you like the clarity and the video, sorry, audio, video, everything. So thank you so much, guys. Wishing you all happy long weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and see you soon in the next live. Till then, bye bye. Take care.